So sadly, I cannot record the different. So as soon as I minimized one window on the screen, it stops recording. So I'm gonna have to record 2 times, and that's fine. A bit of challenge. So I'm gonna go over things that I found interesting and hard to do, and that I'm proud about. So firstly, like I would like to say that this was a very tough challenge actually, because as humans, we ought to like forget things that we didn't that were very frustrating for us, and that it was like a bit of torture for us. So all of the stuff that I was actually like very disappointed that I couldn't uh, like make happen in few days, and I was spending a lot of time on it. It was a nightmare, so I forgot about them partially, but I did my best to actually go over them, and now I feel very proud that I actually got them done, and I can say how much I did so far. That I'm proud of my progress by just doing this presentation thing. So firstly, I want to talk about let instruction, let pass in my interpreter. Like so, it's actually my let expression in R0 interpreter pass. So here it was challenging for me in the beginning to understand really like how to create the new environment for the new let, and how to like delete that environment and go back to the old let's environment when getting out of it. So this is how I did it. I created a new environment and sent it to in the like I sent it to the right side of my let. Okay, and then when it comes back, I moved it, kinda. Okay, that's one thing. Now I hope that it's not gonna stop the video when I change the screen. So the second one, perfect. The second one we survived is optimizer pass in addition in R0 language, where there was a numerous of things that I have to do in order to have just on the left side only integer value of on the left side of the add only integer value, and on the right side the only like all of the reads, all of the other reads. And there was a challenge, like I had to have like a lot of these helper like dynamic casts obviously, but they're not related to this type of problem, and then I really needed to have a lot of checks. I did the same in the negative in negation expression, and plus in negation expression I needed this isNeg expression function that was trying to optimize the situation where we have minus minus x to create an x. It's a bit, no, it should be understood, but it was a challenge to grasp it and to really understand it, and again there was a challenge to figure out what is there in the expression that we are negating, and to manage to make optimizer work how it's supposed to work. Okay, then fourth thing, it was just understanding the C0 language, and I'm gonna go over it real quick. You can see just like this getting this done. It was a bit challenging for me. Fifth, it was uniquify pass in let, and yeah, it was just challenging to understand it, kinda. It was yeah, it was this, that if the variable already has been mapped, we have to scratch it and put new mapping in. It was just like the understanding problem. And then we have resolve complex, which was very challenging in a way that like it was just like this, that we had to iterate. I had to use this function to iterate from the end to the beginning of the list that we created, so that was a bit challenging for me to understand how to go from what direction to what direction, kinda. That was challenging. And then the last thing, I'm sorry, I'm going over it really quick because I lack time. I don't want to go over 15 minutes, even though I think I went a little bit. So the last one is this pass where we are like actually compiling to C0 language. There was a lot of dynamic casting that I had to do and things that I had to change in order to create the exactly specific instructions that are matching the instructions in R0 language. I was trying to create C0 language, like, and then you need to dynamically cast like to create appropriate arguments, and uh, that was a bit challenging, and here's the way I did it. And then the last thing, actually that was the last thing. Yeah, so thank you for listening. I'm sorry I went over the time frame. I'm 1 minute, but I hope you don't mind. That's it from me. Thank you for your attention and time. Enjoy your day.